In our eighth lecture in this series that we would like to discuss is relating to Essential Commodities Act 1955. So why it is in news that we would like to discuss and those amendments and the scope and application of the act. In response to West Asian supply disruptions from the US, Israel Iran conflict, India has invoked the Essential Commodities Act 1955, ordering domestic refineries to maximize liquefied petroleum gas LPG production. The Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas invoked the act due to risks in the state of Hormuz in Iran or in the Persian Gulf, through which over 80% of India's LPG gas imports pass. Refiners are directed to prioritize liquefied petroleum gas output and stop diverting the proven and the wood and feedstock stack to petrochemical manufacturing. So we would like to discuss what is the Essential Commodities Act 1955, a key economic regulatory law enacted by the Parliament of India in 1955 to ensure the availability of and for distribution and price stability of essential goods. For example, it empowers the government to control production, supply, and trade of critical commodities in the public interest. The very objective of the Act include preventing hoarding, ensuring equitable distribution, maintaining reasonable prices, and protecting consumers from artificial scarcity. Further, after independence in 1947, India faced food shortages, hoarding, black marketing, and inflation in essential goods. So, to prevent exploitation during scarcity, the Parliament of India introduced this and enacted the act as part of the broader state-led food security. And the very constitutional basis of the act derives authority from entry 33 of the concurrent list, and that is under the seventh schedule of the Constitution of India, enabling both central and state governments to legislate on trade and supply of essential commodities. The very authority under the control of this is the Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, which implements the very provisions of the Essential Commodities Act 1955. And what are the very definition dealing essential commodities? The Act allows the central government to declare certain goods as essential commodities. These are included food grains, pulses, edible oils, sugar, petroleum products, fertilizers, and drugs, depending on national needs and market conditions. The very food security system the Act supports. India's food security architecture, especially programs like the Public distribution system or the BDS and buffer stock management by agencies such as the Food Corporation of India. So now we would like to discuss the various provisions and the scope and application of the Act as provided under the Essential Commodities Act 1955. So, what are the essential commodity as it is defined under Section 2 of the Act, which empowers the central government to declare certain goods as essential commodities depending on national requirements, while Section 2A of the Essential Commodities Act 1955 authorized the central government to add or remove items from the list of essential commodities through artificial and official notifications. Then Section 3 subsection 1 authorizes the central government to regulate and prohibit the production, supply, distribution, storage, transport, and trade of essential commodities to maintain equitable distribution. While Section 3, subsection 2, the government may issue control orders such as licensing of traders, stock limits, regulation of storage, movement restrictions compulsorily sell to government agencies, and control over imports or exports to prevent market manipulation and shortages. The government may fix procurement prices or maximum prices for essential commodities as provided under Section 3, subsection 3 of the Essential Commodities Act when commodities are acquired by the government. Compensation is determined through control price, market rates, or agreement. Further, under Section 3, the central government may delegate powers to state governments, subordinate authorities, or administrative officers, allowing decentralized enforcement and regional regulation of essential commodities. It authorizes to detect illegal hoarding or violation of central orders. District collectors may seize and confiscate the commodity, packaging, storage, containers, vehicles, or transport equipment used in the offence as provided under Section 6A of the Essential Commodities Act 1955. Before confiscation, as provided under Section 6B, which mandates issuing a show-cause notice to the concerned person and providing an opportunity of hearing, and the very penalties for violation as provided under Section 7. Contravention of orders issued under the Act as provided under the provisions under Section 7 of the Act may result in imprisonment ranging from 3 months to 7 years, along with fines and confiscation of the involved commodities or transport vehicles. The Act also penalizes abatement of offences holds company officials responsible for violation and permits summary trials in special courts. So also, as per the Amendment Act of 2020 or 2020, The Essential Commodities Amendment Act 2020, which received the presidential assent on September 27, 2020, effective from June 5, brought landmark reforms to the 65-year-old Essential Commodities Act 1955, aiming to foster a free market environment for agriculture and deregulation of essential foodstuffs. The amendment removes key agricultural items like cereals, pulses, oilseeds, edible oils, onions, and potatoes from the regulatory list. These items are now only subject to state conduct under extraordinary circumstances such as war, famine, or grave natural calamities. So also, the Act introduced strict objective criteria for imposing stock limits as per the 2020 amendment. There is a 100% increase in the retail price of horticultural produce or a 50% increase in the retail price of non-perishable food items calculated over the last 12 months and the average price of the last 5 years, whichever is lower. To encourage investment in infrastructure, the stock limit restrictions do not apply to processors, value chain participants, or exporters of agricultural produce. This allows them to stock goods based on their installed capacity or export demands, promoting modernization. Further, despite deregulation, the amendment clearly states that the changes do not affect government orders related to public distribution system or PDS or targeted food security programs ensuring continued food support for vulnerable populations. So, in that connection, we would like to the very judicial intervention in January 2021. The Supreme Court of India stayed the implementation of farm laws to assuage hot feelings of farmers and encourage negotiations also. The constitutional competency, while the critics argued that the center overstepped its jurisdiction, since agriculture is a state subject as it is found under entry 14 list 2 of the Constitution of India. Many saw the federal law as an infringement on state rights. And now we would like to discuss about the market vulnerability regarding farmers feared the removal of stock limits would legalize hoarding by large corporations, leading to price manipulation and the eventual dismantling of the minimum support price, the MSP, for safety net. So, in this connection, we have discussed the various provisions of the Essential Commodities Act 1955. And why it is in news that also we have discussed due to the West Asian or the Middle East crisis, due to the very war started by Israel and US, the combined forces, that was the Operation Epic Fury on 28 February 2026, which caused the West Asian and the Middle East crisis, which resulted and impacted all over the world. So, in that connection, we have discussed the various amendments made to the Act, in particularly the relevant amendment made to the Essential Commodities Act 1955 in the year 2020, and its very repeal of the provisions in 2021. And in that context, we have also discussed the intervention made by the apex court or the Supreme Court of India. So, hereby we would like to conclude our discussion on Essential Commodities Act 1955 and its present position after the amendment of 2020 and why it is in news.